Let's talk education benefits for veterans, their dependents, and their spouses. Believe it or not, there's a lot of confusion happens on this topic, and I've been approached by so many people lately. I wanted to do a video that just gives a general overview of all the programs. And don't worry, I go into deeper dives in future videos of each program that'll explain a lot more. But this is just a broad base so you have an understanding of the programs. First and foremost, everybody should know by now about the post 9/11 GI Bill. That's Chapter 33. It's a really good program that pays the veteran, typically, for their school tuition, depending, and it ranges from state to state. And they give you a stipend for books every quarter, or semester, I should say. And they also give you BAH at the E5 rate, depending on a bunch of different circumstances. But that's a living expense fee. So you have money, so when you're going to school, so you don't really have to work, ideally. Now, that program can now be transferred to your dependents pretty easily. It used to be hard back in the day, but it can go to your dependents. And then they get a portion of all those things from post 9/11 GI Bill. Now, that's confused a lot with Chapter 35, which is Survivors and Dependency Education Assistance, formerly known as DEA. This program allows the dependents and the spouses of veterans who are 100% permanent and total disabled or died, and a bunch of other eligibility criteria that I'll go down and break down for you in my other video, a stipend for each month that they go and get education benefits. They do not pay your tuition, though. They do not pay your books. And it's kind of based on the old Montgomery GI Bill rates. So that is separate, and the veteran cannot use it with for themselves, I should say. Then lastly, there's VRNE. Now, this is a really important benefit for veterans who no longer have post 9/11 GI Bill eligibility or Montgomery GI Bill eligibility. You can use VRNE combined with or separate from your post 9/11 or Montgomery GI Bill. And this is for service-connected disabled veterans who have a 10% or higher service-connected disability rating. There's lots of rules involved in this, but essentially, if you have a disability that was caused by your military service that is affecting your ability to have gainful employment, they're willing to give you some resources, and they're willing to give you training. Now, this is a really good program because it pays your tuition, it pays your books, everything on your syllabus. They'll even pay your parking fees and a lot of other things that you don't get paid in the Montgomery GI Bill. Unfortunately, the monthly pay rate, if you're not combining it with your post 9/11 GI Bill, is lower than the post 9/11 GI Bill E5 rates. So those are the programs as a whole. Learn about each of them. And also, check out my video on states waiving tuition for your dependents, because that's something that varies from state to state as well.